Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Reading from Siksha Manah Siksha, Teachings for the Mind. Teaching number 1. O mind, O brother, I hold your feet and I pray to you with flattering words. Always give up your pride and develop wonderful love for your spiritual master, for the abode of Raja, for the people of Raja, for the saintly devotees, for the Brahmanas, my initiation mantra, the holy name of Krishna, and the shelter of the eternally youthful couple of Raja, Shri Radha Krishna.
Again.
O mind, O brother, I hold your feet and I pray to you with flattering words. Always give up your pride and develop wonderful love for your spiritual master, for the abode of Raja, for the people of Raja, for the saintly devotees, for the Brahmanas, my initiation mantra, for the holy name of Krishna, and the shelter of the eternally youthful couple of Raja, Shri Radha Krishna. Commentary by Sri Anantavada. Although Srila Raghunatha Das Goswami is an eternal associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he instructs his own mind, which is illuminated by Vishuddha Sattva, in the expertise of Raja Bhajana, in this Manah Siksha, for the benefit of all the practicing Raganuga devotees of the world. When we are able to actually practice these essential instructions in Manah Siksha, they will take us by the hand and bring us to the lotus feet of the beloved deity. It is the duty of a faithful and sincere devotee to follow these instructions and to make them a necklace to wear around his neck, meaning one should memorize them and always remember them. The main helper in bhajana sadhana is the mind, the lord of the senses. The mind of a materialistic person is by nature restless and attached to the sense objects. In the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna tells the Lord, O Krishna, the mind is restless, chanchala, disturbing the senses, powerful and tenacious. To control him seems to be as difficult as to control the wind. The Lord agreed with this and said, Almighty Armed One, undoubtedly it is very difficult to subdue the naturally restless mind, but it can be accomplished through exercise and detachment, by understanding how powerful and how hard to subdue the mind is. The sadhaka will slowly tread on the path of auspiciousness. Any stream of thoughts which emanates from our minds keeps a samskara, impression or mental conditioning within our subconsciousness, and the aggregate of these samskaras form our svabhav, our nature. Just as our present nature is the result of previous samskaras, our future nature will be the result of our present thoughts and actions. By giving up our mundane samskaras and developing a spiritual samskara, we can gradually control the mind and tread on the path of bhajan. There is no other way. By giving up our mundane samskaras and developing a spiritual samskara, we can gradually control the mind and tread on the path of bhajan. There is no other way. Shri Raghunath very tenderly addresses his mind by saying, "O mind, my brother, I hold your feet and I pray to you with flattering words. Please listen. First of all, always give up dambha or pride, false ego, deceitfulness and crookedness. These are all considered to be dambha. For innumerable births, our samskara has been the identification with our material bodies and everything related to it. This consciousness is a great obstacle in devotional practice." Prema Bhakti Chandrika says, "The proud non-devotees are the lowest people in the world. Their endless thoughts are all in vain. To destroy false pride, devotees practice humility. Hence, humility is called the life force of devotional practice. Deceitfulness and duplicity, thinking in one way and acting in another, are other great obstacles in devotional practice. The Lord will never want to bestow His mercy on a crooked person. Therefore, Shripada says, O mind, always give up dambha or vanity, which is a powerful obstacle to bhajan, and instead become very attached to some other objects. First of all, he says, O mind, show great and fearless attachment to the Guru, meaning the initiating Guru and the instructing Guru. The Guru is the Lord's Karunya Gana Vigraha, the embodiment of His great mercy. Just as water becomes ice when it is exposed to severe coldness, the Lord also appears on earth, assuming the tangible form of the Guru when His compassion becomes condensed. All the vices which are so hard to give up by one's own endeavors can easily be conquered by serving a guru. In this way, a practicing devotee can attain perfection and thus become blessed and fulfilled. The cause of perfection, which consists of God's grace, is based on the satisfaction of the Guru. Bhakti Sandarbha. By serving him, different kinds of mischief, which are otherwise hard to give up, disappear. There are many kinds of anarthas, vices, such as offenses, which are very powerful, and they hinder the progressive devotee from advancing towards the attainment of prema. Srila Thakur Mahashaya sings, "My greatest fear is that these obstacles won't disappear." In Srimad Bhagavat, it is seen that there is a particular way to give up each specific vice, but there is only one way to give up all these vices at once, and that is devotion to the lotus feet of Sri Guru. Srimad Bhagavatam. Shri Narada told to King Yudhishthir, to give up lust, one must give up one's determination to enjoy. To give up anger, one must give up lust. And to give up greed, one must see the evil of money. Fear can be given up by considering the truth. Lamentation and illusion can be given up by considering what is material and what is spiritual, rational thinking. Pride can be given up by serving a great soul, and obstacles in yoga practice, which serves the purpose of fixing the mind, can be overcome by perfecting a vow of silence. Violence is conquered by giving up endeavors for sense gratification. Suffering caused by other living entities can be mitigated by developing the quality of compassion. Suffering caused by the elements can be mitigated by entering into samadhi, and suffering caused by the own body and mind can be mitigated by practicing the eightfold path of mystic yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. When the mode of goodness increases, sleep is conquered, along with the modes of passion and indolence. And by controlling the senses, the mode of goodness is transcended. But all these vices and obstacles together can be conquered simply by being devoted to the Guru. Here we will have a short discussion on having a special attachment to and love for the Guru. After describing the path of surrender, Srimad Jiva Goswami Pad writes in Bhakti Sandarbha, although all worship reaches perfection by surrendering to the Lord, still someone who desires a special perfection in worship or relishing transcendental flavors, will always particularly serve and worship the lotus feet of his Guru.
Yeah. Again.
Although all worship reaches perfection,
If I want perfection in my life, if we need attachment in my life, to learn the surrender and attachment, the way is the Guru. Please.
although all worship reaches perfection,
Perfection will come. Worship will become perfect.
by surrendering to the Lord,
To the Lord will be perfect when I will surrender and learn with Guru. Read again.
although all worship reaches perfection by surrendering to the Lord, still,
Beginning, read one paragraph.
although all worship
Yes,
reaches perfection
yes.
by surrendering to the Lord. And there is like a note written here that in Garuda Purana it is written that those who surrender to the Lord will transcend the mortal world even without practicing yoga or meditation, and will attain the planet of Lord Vishnu.
Okay, but read 5-6 line of one paragraph.
Yeah. Still, someone who desires a special perfection in worship or relishing transcendental flavors will always particularly serve and worship the lotus feet of his Guru.
Yes, this is the point. Without that, perfection will not come. Because in my life, my perfection comes in my life the day I surrender to my Guru. And then many things is written. These all habits will change automatically. Can you read again? I cannot remember this all things. The moment I surrender, it all start changing. I was full of heart, not like this, halfway. Nothing. You have to feel it and look it. Surrender will surrender. This happened, my life, I say, and I feel it. And I receive in very short time many things. The day I take the Diksha is a very personal thing, but I share you, I develop relation with my Radha. The day of my Diksha, what about me? I don't know to love. But my Gurudev is loving so much to me, I now understand so much. He never come any other place from his bhajan kuti, and he moved for me here. And when he come, I also forget everything. That him. Totally I was surrendered. Although this was not my habit, I never practiced. But by His grace, what is these points are there, it's changing in my life. Right.
Lust, anger, greed, fear,
Lust, anger, greed, fear is all totally surrender. Only surrender is changing. Material lust, full of material, greed for money. And the day I take surrender to Him, I forget about money. Everything is changed. Sri Radhe.
Guru was so pure.
That does depend upon his disciple. First, pure and impure, he need not see that.
Pure and love.
And then this I realize to surrender immediately to Ishtadev because I know how to do it. It's my benefit. Like if I doubt in Gurudev, I will always doubt in Radhamohan, my Ishtadev. This practice will move there. I am going to Bihariji temple. I go to ISKCON temple, and when I see the opulence of the Singar and Deji, then my heart attracts to more to see that. And I feel inferior to my Ishtadev, yes. Because I was in love, so I start looking that beauty. For that, I stop visiting there. Because I don't want to see inferior any place. When the time will come, automatic all arrangement will happen. I have not very nice dress that time, but now automatic dress is coming. Automatic singar is happening. Prasad was very beautiful there. Now automatic prasad is happening. Your faith and love is important. Everything comes. And I learned this with my Guru. This is the place to learn to serve to the Ishtadev. That is not my goal. How to learn it? Gurudev gave the vision to learn it. This connection, divine connection with this old man, lady or what, in the form of my spiritual master, he gave the vision. And connection, divine connection. Connect yourself only with one place. And vision clear that you can see with that vision everything. This has to read again and again how Guru mercy works. Please, this has a book also, small leaflet in bookstore. Meditate on that, how mercy moves. We think different way. Nishtha is one thing, faith is one thing, and following is one thing. The words of Gurudev to follow. What he guides us for development of my soul is to follow. What he gives name, chanting, that is his following. How much he gives mantra, if I do this, no doubt. I totally surrender, no doubt, problem. Never. Everything becomes surprising in life. Sri Radha. Yeah.
So someone who desires a special perfection in worship,
His desire is not happening to everyone. Who has the desire for this? Not everyone is qualified for that. Eighth ki kripa. What is the eighth ki kripa? This desire will make you causeless mercy, I can say you. I and Keshav Baba has one conflict. He says it's not possible. And I say only possible. This is the only possible. He is also right. I am also right. Because desire is not happening. And when I see, I say my story. I was searching from India, I come only to search Guru here. And everybody 2-3 years before want to make me disciple. All Vrindavan, all top people, when I go to see them, he says, when you want to be a... You're not searching Guru. I said, no. I never searched Guru. He said, when you search, we are all welcoming you, all the top men. And when that time I come, I start going to every place who is inviting me to make me disciple. And I was traveling 3 months only this, one by one. I cannot find anything. What is inside my search? One day, my Gurudev come walking. I was sitting 9:30, 10 in this Prasadam hall, big. That was sitting place. There was a mattress, I'm sitting like this. When I see 4, 5 person and one old, he come and Balramji also come, all they come. I arrange him for sitting. I was in family life. Mataji was there, young. She arranged immediately some asana. Then we bring some food, some this, Then he said, I am your Guru. He said, why not? I can find you. I am searching for 3 months. He said, you are searching, so I come. You search, I feel it really serious you are. I come. You said, then initiate me. He said, there are 2 ways. One is Vaidhi way, one is Raga way. I said, what is Vaidhi and what is Raga? I don't know. Like a new person. One is a rule regulation with Yajna, Avan, fire, and then Siksha. And one is the Raga way, nothing, water, tulsi dal and something, then Kantimala. I say, I want Raga, loving way. You see, yes, one day we have to see the dates and then I will give you. I say, you are watching dates for good thing, Gurudev. I want now. I cannot wait. It is when you are 5 years old, I initiate you. So you will be the oldest of my disciples. Because I initiate you when you are 5 years old. This all who is near to me is all come. They are all younger. You are the oldest. And he initiates. Same day, same in 1 hour. Immediately we do kanti and this, that, arrangement. What they bring or what happened, it happened. And the moment he is giving in my ear, direct Diksha, he took my body in his hand and bring to Radha. I am looking, myself, my body in his hand, bringing, walking, bringing to Radha Mohan. Door is open. He crossed the wooden rack and bring my body in the front of Radha Mohan. And he say, from today, I give you new servant. He will take care of the faith. And from that moment, I relate with Radha Mohan. Nothing change happened. Before I I am living here, but I have no feeling and relation. And from that moment, I have no other feelings. All is secondary for me. So this connection of him, Radha Mohan, it increased more surrender to my Gurudev. 100%. I never deviate. I never ask any spiritual question from anyone. And when I ask, I got the answer. This is surrender. And this surrender of Gurudev teach me how to surrender to Radha. You watch, all my family, children, all are there. All are here. But center point is my life, is Radha. No other center. What? Nothing is in my center. And I feel fortunate. And I say very easily, it's very easy, very simple. Only surrender, love, all you will receive in life. Most lucky and happiest person in the world. Doctor, check my body. Nothing my disease. I have no disease. You surprised. When I was 35, by material tension, I got blood pressure and sugar. And that exists. Other no disease. Why? I never bother anything. And it's good. Mind not go any further. My Gurudev say, one thing to do. Live in Vrindavan. First he said, you travel whole world. Prabhupada says same thing. I was crying to Gurudev. I come to do bhajan and you say to travel whole world. He said, my wish is to do that. And I do. And now you see, by His grace, everything is everywhere. But there is no way. No desire to go. Sickness is there. Physical old age. And I don't need to go. I don't think to go. When I think, I become sick. And it's gone. Any problem? Oh, it's good. Guru Kripa can work many things without doing nothing, you can achieve.
Puedes obtener muchas cosas sin haber hecho nada.
And his Nishtha, surrender to Him, will teach you how to surrender to Ishtadev. Because He will not talk with you, but Gurudev will make hammer to you, and that hammer will make you strong for more realization, humble, sweet, mercy to receive that. What is happening is all grace. You cannot imagine. Here, nothing happens without grace. All is grace. This is a spiritual world, is grace.
Una palabra espiritual es gracia. El mundo espiritual es la gracia. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%
So, read this again and again.
Lean este capítulo, ese texto,
Translate in Spanish.
tradúzcalo en español.
And I give to others to read this.
Y vende a otros para escuchar esto.
Understanding has to be clear cut. And if you don't understand, see, then I will explain how to surrender. I do this. It happens in my life. I know. No, I know. No externally. Inside. Outside nobody can know me by my behavior. What? Where my mind is fixed and heart is fixed. Nobody can.
Radhe